2,300 years ago, a man sat in a small room and wrote something so dangerous, kings were afraid of what would happen if it got out. It wasn't a weapon, it wasn't a map to treasure, it was the truth about human beings, what really drives us, what we hide, and what we become the moment we're tested. He never used his real name in public. He worked in shadows, and the empire he secretly built, using nothing but his understanding of people, still shapes how power works today. By the end of this video, I'm going to tell you who he was. But first, you need to hear what he discovered. Because once you hear it, you'll start noticing it everywhere. Here's what we know. He was a teacher, quiet, overlooked, the kind of man powerful people walked past without a second glance. But he was watching them, studying them, writing down patterns about greed, fear, loyalty, and betrayal that most people spend their entire lives refusing to admit are true. And then one day, he chose an unlikely, unknown young man, and using nothing but psychology, strategy, and a brutally accurate read on human behavior, he helped him bring down one of the most powerful empires in the ancient world. How does a man with no army, no wealth, and no name do that? He understood something about people that almost no one else did. And it starts with this. He believed that almost no one acts purely out of loyalty. Not friends, not advisors, not even family. Underneath the surface, he said, there is almost always self-interest, quietly steering the decision. This is the part that makes people uncomfortable. Because we want to believe the people around us are loyal, simply because they care. But he taught something unsettling. Watch what someone has to gain or lose, and you will know exactly what they'll do before they do it. It's a simple idea, but once you start looking for it, you can't stop seeing it, and it gets darker from here. Here's where it gets personal. He believed you cannot know someone's true character by what they say, how they smile, or how they act when everything is calm. You only know who someone really is when something is on the line. Money, power, temptation, a moment when no one is watching. That's the moment the mask slips. What motivates people more, love or fear? He had an answer, and it's not the one we like to hear. He observed that kindness alone rarely controls behavior. People quietly test the edges of affection again and again, but they almost never cross a boundary they know carries real consequences. Not cruelty, not punishment for its own sake, just consistency. Structure people can't argue their way around. It's why, even now, the systems that fall apart fastest aren't the strict ones. They're the ones where everyone secretly knows nothing will actually happen. He knew that a long time before anyone called it psychology. This is why he never trusted comfort. He trusted tests, quiet ones. The kind people don't even realize they're being put through until it's already revealed who they are. Ask yourself honestly, when was the last time pressure revealed something about someone you didn't expect? If this kind of hidden history, the kind that actually explains how people and power really work, pulled you in, subscribe, because this channel exists for exactly this. And I want to know, which one of these 4 secrets hit you the hardest? Drop it in the comments. I read every single one. His final and most dangerous belief was this: the angriest, loudest person in the room is almost never the most powerful one. He believed real power was quiet, patient, watching, waiting for exactly the right moment, and only then acting. Because the moment you react emotionally, you hand information to everyone around you. You show your hand. He never did. And that is exactly how an unnamed teacher with no army helped overthrow an empire. His name was Chanakya, also known as Kautilya. He lived in ancient India around the 4th century BCE, and the empire he helped build, the Mauryan Empire, became one of the largest and most powerful in Indian history. His writings, collected in a text called the Arthashastra, remain one of the most psychologically accurate documents about power, manipulation, and human behavior ever written. And the unsettling part, almost everything he observed about people then is still true about people now. See you in the next video.